Let's talk about a complete reimagination of astrology for the 23rd century. My seminar series, 2200 Foundations of Universal Astrological Science. The celestial amphitheater materializes in holographic form. Seeds float in orbital patterns around a central star map of the Milky Way. The lecturer appears as a shimmering projection of archetypal energy rather than human form. First, we have Module 0, the historical errors we must transcend. Lecture 1, why everything you've heard about astrology is 300 years outdated. Students, before we teach you astrology, we must first unteach you. The astrology of the 20th through 21st centuries was astrology in its adolescent phase, clinging to geocentric provincialism, Earth as the center, cultural colonialism, Western frameworks as universal, temporal blindness, ignoring galactic and cosmic cycles, psychological reductionism, shrinking cosmic patterns to mere personality traits. Historical example, the 2020 astrology renaissance was actually astrology's dark age. Millions followed sun sign columns that contained less celestial truth than a random number generator. Why? Because they used tropical zodiac only, disconnected from actual constellations, 12 sign systems only, ignoring the Ophiuchus constellation that contains the sun for 18 days, 7 planet psychology, Pluto, Uranus, Neptune as mere symbols. Our first correction, we begin not with your birth chart, but with your galactic heritage. Cosmic context, the 26,000 year cycle. You are not a Pisces, you are a galactic citizen. The precession of equinoxes re-examined. The 20th century knew about the 26,000 year cycle, but failed to understand its true meaning. They called it the Great Year, but treated it as background music rather than the main symphony. Galactic ages redefined. Age of Leo, 10,800 through 8,600 BCE. Human consciousness emerges, fire mastered. Age of Cancer, 8,600 through 6,400 BCE. Agriculture, family structures, lunar cults. Age of Gemini, 6,400 through 4,200 BCE. Language, writing, duality, consciousness. Age of Taurus, 4,200 through 2,000 BCE. Material civilization, money, pyramids. Age of Aries, 2000 BCE through 0 CE. Warrior cultures, monotheism, empires. Age of Pisces, 0 through 2000 CE, sacrifice, belief systems, dissolving boundaries. Age of Aquarius, 2000 through 4000 CE, our current age, networks, technology, collective consciousness. Exercise 1, calculate your galactic age coordinates. Your birth minus 2000 equals years into Aquarian age. Divide by 2160 age length. Result equals your Aquarian age phase. We are in early first decan. The 13 sign galactic zodiac. Ophiuchus was never lost. We were blind. The 13 sign system revitalized. We reintegrate Ophiuchus not as an extra sign, but as the missing key to human evolution. The complete galactic wheel. Aries, March 21st through April 19th, the pioneer. Taurus, April 20th through May 20th, the builder. Gemini, May 21st through June 20th, the communicator. Cancer, June 21st through July 22nd, the nurturer. Leo, July 23rd through August 22nd, the performer. Virgo, August 23rd through September 22nd, the analyst. Libra, September 23rd through October 22nd, the diplomat. Scorpio, October 23rd through November 21st, the transformer. Ophiuchus, November 22nd through December 9th, the philosopher. The healer, new. Sagittarius, December 10th through January 19th, that is the philosopher, Jupiter. Capricorn, January 20th through February 15th, the architect. Aquarius, February 16th through March 11th, the innovator. Pisces, March 12th through March 20th, the mystic. Historical figure analysis. Marie Curie, November 7th, 1867, Ophiuchus' son, healing through science. Winston Churchill, November 30th, 1874, Ophiuchus with Sagittarius cusp, healing nations through philosophy. Mark Twain, November 30th, 1835, Ophiuchus healing through satire. Exercise 2. Recalculate your sun sign using the 13 sign system. Most Scorpios become Ophiuchus. The 5T planetary framework, and this is for the 5-dimensional planetary model. Planets are not points, they are vortices. The 20th century error, treating planets as symbolic points rather than conscious energy vortices. Physical dimension, gravity, magnetism, orbital resonance. Mythological dimension, archetypal stories across cultures. Psychological dimension, internal experience patterns. Sociological dimension, collective expression. Evolutionary dimension, soul development catalysts. Case study, Saturn through history. Ancient Rome, Saturnalia, liberation from restrictions. Middle Ages, Saturn as great malefic, reflecting rigid hierarchy. Renaissance, Saturn as a teacher. Michelangelo, Saturn dominant, creating enduring art. 21st century, Saturn as structure. Elon Musk, strong Saturn, building space infrastructure. 23rd century, Saturn as galactic memory, preserving species wisdom. Exercise 3. Map a planet through all 5 dimensions in your natal chart. The 16-house galactic mandala. Houses are not sectors, they are consciousness fields. Expanding beyond 12 houses, we add 4 galactic houses. House 13, galactic center, connection to source. House 14, local supercluster, cosmic community. House 15, multiversal resonance, parallel existences. House 16, consciousness singularity, ultimate unity. Historical analysis through 16 houses. Cleopatra, 69 BCE, 13th house emphasis, connection to Egyptian cosmic order. Leonardo da Vinci, 1452, 14th house emphasis, universal genius. Nikola Tesla, 1856, 15th house emphasis, accessing parallel scientific truths. Exercise 4. Calculate your galactic houses using the 23rd century modified Placidus system. Quantum aspectology. Aspects are not lines, they are resonance fields. Beyond Ptolemaic aspects, we move from 5 major aspects to quantum aspect resonance fields. New aspect categories: harmonic resonance, conjunctions, sextiles, trines, challenge resonance, squares, oppositions, evolutionary resonance, quintiles, septiles, noviles, galactic resonance, aspects to fixed stars, black holes, temporal resonance, aspects across time via progression. Case study, the Kennedy assassination chart. November 22nd, 1963, Sun is at 29 degrees of Scorpio, anaretic degree. Pluto at 12 degrees Virgo, square Saturn at 12 degrees Sagittarius. Black Moon Lilith conjunct Algol, the demon star. Quantum analysis, not just a bad aspect day, but a temporal resonance field connecting to Lincoln's assassination chart, Julius Caesar's death chart, future presidential assassination potentials. Exercise 5. Map quantum aspects in a historical event chart. And I will be looking over the death of Charlie Kirk in more detail using advanced astrology. So stay tuned. Cultural astrology synthesis. There are not different astrologies, only different perspectives. The global astrological heritage. Vedic Jyotish, 27 nakshatras, dashas, planetary periods. Chinese, 12 animals, 5 elements, 28 lunar mansions. Mesoamerican, 20-day signs, 260-day sacred calendar. African, Dogon Sirius cosmology, Yoruba Orisha system. Polynesian, star navigation, oceanic consciousness. Aboriginal, dreamtime, songlines. Synthesis protocol, calculate natal chart in all major systems, identify cross-cultural correspondences, create unified archetypal profile. Case study, Nelson Mandela. Western, Sun in Leo, Moon in Gemini, Aquarius rising. Vedic, Moon in Mrigashira, searching star. Jupiter in 10th, Dharma. Chinese, born year of the dog, loyalty, fire element, inspiration. African traditional, Orisha correspondence with Obatala, wisdom, justice. Unified profile, the righteous leader archetype across systems. Exercise 6, create your cross-cultural astrological profile. Temporal astrology, the 4th dimension. Your birth chart is just the first frame. Beyond static natal analysis, we introduce temporal field analysis, 4 time dimensions. Personal time, progressions, solar arcs, returns. Generational time, outer planet cycles, Uranus opposite Saturn. Historical time, eclipse cycles, planetary alignments across centuries. Evolutionary time, soul age, past life patterns, karmic timelines. Historical pattern recognition, every 500 years, Pluto-Neptune conjunction, religious, philosophical revolutions. 577 BCE, Buddha, Confucius, Lao Tzu. 82 BCE, Roman religious reforms. 410 CE, Christianity dominant. 905 CE, Islamic Golden Age. 1399 CE, Renaissance begins. 1891 CE, modern science spirituality synthesis begins. Case study, the 2020 through 2024 Pluto-Saturn conjunction. Not just a difficult transit, but a civilizational threshold corresponding to the fall of Rome, Pluto-Saturn 455 CE, Black Death 1345, World Wars 1914. Pattern, every 33 through 38 years, societal structures transform. Exercise 7. Map your personal time waves against historical cycles. Quantum birth theory. You are born multiple times. The quantum natal cluster. Revolutionizing birth time analysis. We reject the notion of a single birth moment. Instead, we calculate the quantum natal cluster, the 5 birth moments: conception, first cell division, biological genesis, quickening, first movement, soul embodiment, birth, physical emergence, earthly beginning, first breath, air element activation, spiritual ignition, first cry, sound frequency imprint, vocal signature. Historical example, Albert Einstein. Traditional birth, March 14th, 1879, 11:30 a.m. Quantum cluster analysis conception chart. Uranus prominent, revolutionary mind. Quickening, Mercury retrograde, internalized thinking. First breath, sun exactly rising, illuminated being. Conclusion, his genius wasn't accidental but quantumly determined. Exercise 8. Calculate your quantum natal cluster using family records and quantum resonance algorithms. Exoplanetary astrology. Our solar system is not the only system. The 21st century discovery, over 5,000 exoplanets identified by 2100. The 23rd century integration. These exoplanets have astrological significance. Key exoplanetary bodies: Proxima Centauri b, the neighbor, community relations. TRAPPIST 1, system, 7 planets, chakra system correspondences. Kepler 452b, Earth's Kausen, environmental consciousness. HD 209458 b, Osiris, death, rebirth cycles. Exoplanetary transits. When exoplanets align with our solar system planets, they create interstellar aspects. Case study, the discovery of life on Europa, 2087. Transit, Kepler 186f, conjunct Jupiter. Aspect, interstellar trine to Earth's moon. Result, collective emotional shift regarding extraterrestrial life. Exercise 9. Calculate current exoplanetary alignments and their meaning for Earth. Consciousness-centered astrology. Charts don't determine, they reflect consciousness. The final evolution from predictive astrology to consciousness mapping. The 7 levels of astrological consciousness. Fatalistic, stars control me. Descriptive, stars describe me. Psychological, stars reveal my psyche. Evolutionary, stars show my growth path. Co-creative, I work with stellar energies. Unitive, I am the stars. Cosmic, we are all stellar consciousness. Historical consciousness evolution. Ancient Babylon. Levels 1 through 2, almonds, predictions. Hellenistic Greece, level 3, character analysis. Renaissance, levels 3 through 4, fate and free will debate. 20th century, levels 4 through 5, psychological and evolutionary astrology. 21st century, levels 5 through 6, quantum and spiritual astrology. 23rd century, levels 6 through 7, consciousness science. Case study, Carl Jung's Red Book period. Transits, Neptune square natal sun, spiritual crisis, consciousness level, transition from 4 to 5. Result, created active imagination technique, co-creating with archetypes. Exercise 10, identify your current consciousness level through chart analysis. The biorhythmic cosmos. Your body is a miniature universe. Students, we now bridge the infinite cosmos with the cellular microcosm. The 21st century discovered the microbiome. The 22nd mapped the connectome. The 23rd century reveals the astrobiome, the celestial patterns encoded in our biology. The 7 biological celestial correlations, circadian rhythms, and solar cycles. Every cell contains a photoreceptor attuned to solar cycles. Historical insights, ancient Egyptian priests aligned temple rituals with not just sunrise but solar flares. Case study, Nikola Tesla, born during solar minimum, his mind worked in bursts correlating with solar activity. Menstrual moon cycles re-examined, not just 28 days but 13 cycles per year, matching the 13 sign zodiac. The lost 13th cycle corresponds to Ophiuchus' healing regeneration phase. Historical analysis, Hildegard von Bingen, 1098 through 1179. Her visionary periods align with specific lunar phases in sidereal Ophiuchus. Planetary organ resonance, Saturn, bones, teeth, skin, structure. Saturn return at 29, skeletal maturity. Jupiter, liver, growth processes, expansion. Mars, muscles, adrenals, action. Venus, kidneys, reproductive system, balance. Mercury, nervous system, lungs, communication. Moon, stomach, breasts, digestion, nurturing. Sun, heart, vitality, central rhythm. Medical historical analysis. Florence Nightingale, Sun in Taurus, healing through practical care. Alexander Fleming, Jupiter in Pisces, discovering penicillin during Jupiter-Neptune cycle. COVID-19 pandemic began with Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn, testing societal structures. Neurotransmitter planetary correlations. Dopamine, Mars, motivation, action. Serotonin, Venus, pleasure, connection. GABA, Moon, calm, inhibition. Glutamate, Mercury, excitation, learning. Endorphins, Neptune, transcendence, pain relief. Exercise 11. Map your health vulnerabilities through astrobiome analysis. Archetypal technology, from smartphones to soul phones. The evolution of technology through planetary cycles. Mercury periods, communication tech. From 1844 through 1900, telegraph, telephone, Mercury in Industrial Revolution. 1975 through 2000, personal computing, internet, Mercury-Uranus cycles. 2050 through 2100, telepathic networks, Mercury-Neptune synthesis. People are going to say, maybe we're even going to communicate via smoke signals. Uranus periods, revolutionary tech, 1760 through 1840, steam engine, factories, Uranus and Age of Revolution. 1945 through 2025, nuclear, space, digital, Uranus-Pluto square. 2100 through 2200, consciousness technology, Uranus and Aquarius matures. Case study, Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates. So, Steve Jobs, Pisces Sun, Aquarius Moon, visionary, design focus, Neptune, Uranus blend. Gates, Scorpio Sun, Capricorn Moon, strategic, systemic, Pluto, Saturn blend. Their partnership, Mercury retrograde in both charts, rethinking communication. The next frontier, archetypal interfaces, Saturnian tech, blockchain, quantum stability, Jupiterian tech, AI wisdom systems, educational platforms, Venusian tech, aesthetic intelligence, relationship algorithms, Martian tech, space exploration, energy systems. Exercise 12, design a technology based on your dominant planetary archetype. Ecological astrology. The Earth has a birth chart too. Gaia's natal chart, estimated formation 4.54 billion years ago. Sun, Taurus, Virgo cusp, practical, nurturing. Moon, Cancer, deeply emotional, protective. Ascendant, Libra, balance, relationship focused. Major Earth transits. Industrial Revolution, Pluto enters Aries, 1778, aggressive transformation, Anthropocene beginning, Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn, 1514, human domination structures, climate crisis peak, Neptune-Pluto square, 2080 through 2100, spiritual material reckoning, biome sign correlations, rainforests, Pisces, biodiversity, interconnectedness, deserts, Leo, extreme, dramatic survival, oceans, Cancer, emotional, deep, mysterious, mountains, Capricorn, ancient, structured, grasslands, Libra, balanced, harmonious. Historical ecological events. Dust Bowl, 1930s, Saturn and Aquarius square Uranus and Taurus, structure versus nature conflict. Chernobyl in 1986, Uranus-Neptune conjunction in Capricorn, technological hubris meets invisible danger. Amazon fires 2019, Saturn-Pluto conjunction approaching systemic destruction. Exercise 13, calculate your personal ecological footprint through house placements. Political cosmology. Nations are born under stars. The astrology of civilizations. United States, July 4th, 1776. Sun, 13 degrees Cancer, nurturing independence. Pluto, 27 degrees Capricorn, power structures. Current transit, Pluto return 2022 through 2023, national identity transformation. I would say that's when we saw transgenderism really soar in America. China, October 1st, 1949. Sun, 8 degrees Libra, diplomatic balance. Saturn, 20 degrees Virgo, practical discipline. Jupiter in Aquarius, technological expansion, destiny. European Union, November 1st, 1993. Sun at 9 degrees Scorpio, transformative unity. Saturn Neptune conjunction, idealistic structures, historical leadership patterns. The Roosevelt correlation. Theodore Roosevelt, Mars dominant, speak softly and carry a big stick. Franklin Roosevelt, Neptune dominant, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Eleanor Roosevelt, Uranus dominant, human rights revolution. The Churchill-Stalin dichotomy. Churchill, Ophiuchus' son, healing through confrontation. Stalin, Sagittarius sun with Pluto square, philosophical tyranny. Exercise 14, analyze your country's current planetary transits. Artistic archetypes, lecture 16. Creativity is planetary, alchemy. The 7 creative archetypes. Solar artists, central vision, Michelangelo, Beyonce. These are just examples, folks. Lunar artists, emotional reflection, Frida Kahlo, Billie Holiday. Mercurial artists, technical innovation, Bach, David Bowie. Venusian artists, aesthetic harmony, Botticelli, Adele. I haven't listened to Adele in a fat minute. Martian artists, raw energy, Van Gogh, Nirvana, meaning Kurt Cobain, and Dave Grohl, I guess, all of them. Jupiterian artists, expansive vision, Tolkien, Spielberg. Saturnian artists, structured mastery, Rembrandt, Stanley Kubrick. Historical creative movements, Renaissance, Jupiter, Neptune trine, expansive vision. Romanticism, Uranus and Pisces, revolutionary emotion. Modernism, Pluto and Gemini, communication, transformation. Postmodernism, Neptune and Aquarius, deconstructing reality. Case study, the Beatles breakup, 1969. Saturn conjunct their composite sun, structural pressure. Uranus opposite composite moon, sudden emotional change. Each member's solo work reflected their dominant planet. Lennon, Uranus revolutionary. McCartney, Venus melodic. Harrison, Neptune spiritual. Star, Moon emotional. Exercise 15, identify your creative archetype and its historical predecessors. The future of astrology. What comes after the 23rd century? The next evolutionary steps. So from 2200 through 2300, galactic astrology, mapping Milky Way arm influences, black hole resonance studies, dark matter, dark energy integration. From 2300 through 2400, multiversal astrology, parallel universe correspondences, temporal dimension mapping, consciousness field navigation. 2400 and beyond, cosmic source astrology, pre-Big Bang patterns, consciousness origination points, universal archetype evolution, the ethical framework for future astrologers, non-interference principle, guide but never determine, consciousness sovereignty, honor free will above prediction, cultural humility, recognize our perspective limitations, temporal responsibility, consider consequences across time, cosmic citizenship, serve universal evolution. Exercise 16, write a code of ethics for 25th century astrologers. Our final integration, the 23rd century astrologer's creed. The 10 principles of new astrology. We study stars not to predict but to understand consciousness. We honor all astrological traditions as different facets of one cosmic truth. We recognize astrology as both science and art, empirical and intuitive. We view birth charts as quantum probability fields, not fixed destinies. We integrate exoplanetary and galactic influences into our work. We practice temporal astrology across multiple time dimensions. We acknowledge our solar system's place in a living, conscious galaxy. We use astrology for collective healing and planetary evolution. We maintain humility before the infinite complexity of cosmic patterns. We remember we are not just reading the stars are reading us. Certification project: create a complete 23rd century astrological analysis of a historical figure. This is, of course, optional, and I'm just here to teach everybody about astrology, okay? If you really want to learn, you can practice these exercises for yourself. Leave it in the comments below if you did. So, create a complete 23rd century astrological analysis of a historical figure. Choose from Mona Lisa, subject's possible birth chart, the Great Pyramid construction chart, the Internet first TCP/IP transmission chart, COVID-19 pandemic first identified case chart, first contact 2087 extraterrestrial communication chart. Requirements: use 13 sign zodiac, include exoplanetary influences, analyze through 5 planetary dimensions, map temporal patterns across centuries, synthesize at least 3 cultural astrology systems, identify consciousness level evolution, project future developments from the chart. And with that, thank you for watching. That was just another installment of the Wizard Astrology Innovations by yours truly, PisceanX05, and we'll see you in the next video for more.